to do a birth control presentation, so
Really?
I'm really excited.
Oh, fun.
That's good.
I love doing birth control presentations, especially because birth control has such a rich history. I mean, people don't realize, they think it's really new, but it's been around for hundreds of years.
Oh yeah. Although back then, most of the birth control methods were made of natural products.
Right, like crocodile dung.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of creepy.
So, one of the questions that she asked is, what do people use in our clinics the most?
Probably the pill is the most common one. There's various different types of pills you have to take. There's various different ways to take them. Most times you want to take them at the same time every day. I've known a lot of people who have set the appointment in their cell phone so it goes off at the same time every day so they don't forget.
Yep. Ah, cell phones.
That's great. But sometimes people forget to take the pill. That is the biggest issue, I think, with people that we serve. And for that, there's Plan B. And the great thing about Plan B is that you can take it up to 5 days after unprotected intercourse. So if you miss a pill, which hopefully was Plan A, that's why it's called Plan B, or if a condom breaks, or if there's a sexual assault, or anything like that, then people can just go ahead and take the Plan B. It's just 2 little pills.
Exactly.
Just take it, and it does the same thing that birth control does.
And you can get them at most pharmacies and at our clinics.
If you're
too.
17, you can get it at a pharmacy. And something a lot of young women don't know too is that their partner can get it too. So, I mean, they can sell it to men or whatever too, as long as they're 17.
You don't have to be a girl to get it.
Right.
And it's always a good idea too, if you are having intercourse and you're relying on a method like the pill and sometimes you forget, or you're using condoms, just have one of these in the medicine cabinet.
Exactly. It's not just for, you don't have to take it just, you don't have to get it just for an emergency. Like you can have one on.
And they have a pretty long shelf life too. That's a nice thing.
There's experts.
The problem with the pill, though, not the problem, but you know, I just can't remember things day to day at the same time. Like that's just too much for me. That's why I think they finally come out with things like the patch. You know, you wear it on your skin for one for each week for 3 weeks. No patch for a week. You get your period. You start all over with a new box. Like I just think that's great because once it's stuck to your skin, it's gonna do its thing.
Exactly.
That's also what I love about the Nuva ring, you know, it's like you just insert this ring here into the vagina for 3 weeks, pull it out for the last week, for the 4th week, so you get your periods during that week, and that's all you have to remember, you know? It's really nice and convenient, and no one has to know it's there. You know, you can leave it in while you're having sex. It's a lower dose of hormones because it's already inside your body, and you just really, it's hard, you can't screw it up.
So I've heard a lot of people saying they really like methods that you can't see.
Right. Another one that's really great for that you can't see is the shot. You know, you get your injection every 12 weeks. You go to the clinic, get your shot. It usually like ends up being about 3 months. And that's really great too because people don't have to know you're on that at all. You know, you go in, get your shot, go on your merry way.
Sometimes though, that still seems like you're doing a lot going in every 3 months. And for people who think that that's still a lot, there is the Implanon.
Oh, I love Implanon.
Which is really cool. And it's just this small matchstick size rod that gets inserted into the arm in this area usually. It hangs out for 3 years. It does have hormones in it, so it will do some of the stuff that hormonal methods do, but it's pretty easy. It doesn't really leave a scar. There's just a little incision when they take it out, but it's great.
And people can have it taken out before the 3 years are up too, which is nice because some people might desire pregnancy before then. And so it's kind of nice when you're maybe trying to space children, for instance, or trying to get through grad school or whatever, you know.
That's kind of the nice thing about most birth control methods is that your fertility goes back to normal shortly after you stop using your birth control method.
Speaking of spacing children, another great method that people can use is the IUD. And there's 2 different kinds. This one is the Paragard. It's copper, and how it works is it goes into the cervix, this is the cervix, and up into the uterus, and then it just pops out and stays in there. And then there's little strings that are attached to it. So there's 2 different kinds. This one's good for 12 years, it has copper, and then there's another one that's good for 5 years that has hormones in it. And so whenever people want it taken out, they just go to the doctor, and the doctor just removes it, and it comes out pretty easily.
I've heard stories, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, like back in the frontier days, frontier women would use copper pennies and they'd insert them into their vaginas and they wouldn't get pregnant.
Weird.
Which you wouldn't want to do that now since pennies aren't made of copper, and plus think about how many people are
pretty
touching
dirty.
a penny, right?
That's
But I guess the concept kind of came from there.